So this is a bit different for me. I haven't used this method for a while, but I spilt some paint onto the canvas, just a tiny bit, and I thought, that's not a problem. That often happens because I'm quite clumsy. I can just paint over it. But then I thought, you could also dip your fingers in the paint and do that like a finger painting, like a child, which I did, and I had a whale of a time. The inspiration behind this was I've been really struggling to come up with some ideas for my critical thesis for my PhD. The creative part seems to be going okay, but I can't seem to make myself sit down for long enough to type out more than 1 or 2 sentences, and that really isn't going to be good enough. So I was putting that frustration into the picture. And then I just went over it with my pens really gently because I didn't want it to look like something that I'd normally done just because it felt different. So what I kind of see is a monkey on the right, and originally I saw like a poodle on the left. So like they're kissing, and then there's this blue bird right in the middle, which my daughter sees as a waterfall. Actually what I see is like an old man on the left now, which is possibly a pun on this idea of new. Within that monkey's face is this blue creature that looks a little bit like a deer's head. And within that, what I'm now seeing is like an old person's face with a big brain. And I see a paw print about halfway down in pink. And to the left of that, a squirrel, which would associate with nut. Bottom right, I see what looks a bit like an eagle that's also like a volcano with some lava pouring out of it. To the left of that looks a bit like a cave painting with 2 figures. There's someone like in a cloak and then someone with pointy ears. So this is what it looked like originally. You see on the back of the head of what I'm calling a poodle or new is like a bird, which looks more lizard-like in the final picture. And there's that blue bird close up without my pens on it. It looks like this monkey on the right is holding his hands up to the face of the one on the left. So it seems like there's a really straightforward solution to my thesis problem. I just have to find a monkey to kiss, which shouldn't be too much of a problem because there's lots of parties on New Year's Eve. But unfortunately, I don't go to parties. I think that monkey is symbolic of like monkey nut and paying more attention to that like inner guidance rather than assume that I can't do it. The thesis, that is. Thanks for listening to me whinching, and please like and subscribe.